Welcome everyone. On this Tuesday, I'm trying to find some World War II graves, you know, died in battle, or World War I, or pretty much any veteran graves. But a lot of them are buried, and I don't want to track onto anybody's stone, you know, accidentally, gravestone or whatever, for respect. So I'm just trying to see what I can find from maybe the roadway here. I'm in the middle of this great big cemetery. I drove probably a good mile into the cemetery, and this is, I think, towards the middle of it. But I found a couple over here. I don't know, let's see if we can, hopefully I'm not going on anybody's grave here. I'll follow the deer tracks. They know where to go, so. Here's one here. Joseph Marcenek, 1880 to 1935, so probably World War I. And usually they have on the back of these, says that an inscription, but I don't know why that's turned. That needs to be that way. There, that looks a lot better. Huh. I don't know, it didn't really say too much. We'll head over here. I know there's not any graves over this way. I don't see any. So we'll check this one out over here. Here's a Korean War. Eugene Oliva. Hope I'm saying that right. October 2nd, 1931 and December 19th, 2001. Looks like a family plot here, because there's Oliva. I think Oliva. Forgive me if I'm saying his name. I'm not really good on some of them. The cemetery does look different after a snowstorm. It kind of changes everything. Let's head over here. I don't have my boots on, so I don't want to go too much into the snow, but I just got my kind of like hiking boots, but they're not waterproof. Oh, 1942, he died in battle. Norman Musso. Please let me know in the comments if I'm saying the last names right, or if you know the pronunciation, but I think it's Mauso. Please forgive me if I'm saying it wrong. January 21st, 1942. Minnesota. Electrician. I don't know if he's an electrician in the Navy or the Army. I think the Army. Oh, that's pretty cool to find one. Usually you don't find much after a snowstorm. But we'll give him some respect here on the internet. We'll have to look up and see how he died. Norman Janor. I've never heard of that as a middle name. Janor? Huh. If you're looking for a unique name for your kids, if you're having a child or whatever and you're not sure, just go to a cemetery. You'll find plenty of names that are very unique that nobody has anymore. Let's head over. I don't see any much over here. Everything's buried. And usually people ask me, how do you find these graves? A lot of them are marked Like this one here I know is a military. And then like over here, is going to be one. And then we got one over here. He's in the Army Air Force. He died in 2001. (1926 to 2001). And then right next to him, I'm assuming it's his brother. Let's see, usually, see, I can't tell what service branch he's in, but usually brothers, they always went into different branches. But let's see here. Army, yep. Well, James, what do you think? Army, Air Force, and the regular Army. Well, that was the same branch, was it? And what do you guys think? In World War II, that was the Army, Air Force, or Air Corps, and the regular Army were the same. I guess it's different enough. And then we'll do one over here. (1992), Silver Star and Purple Heart, Captain, U.S. Army, World War II. Very cool. So we'll say hi to all these service members, and there's a lot of them all through here. You can see one over here, one over here. We'll try one more. I just don't want to go too far in here and then step onto somebody's headstone, because that sure would, I would feel horrible, and it's disrespectful. But so I'm going to stay away, but I just go to where I know I can kind of go. Let's see here. World War I. Edward Chandler, Private First Class, Army, World War I. April 5th, 1891 to March 2nd, 1975. I'm going to retrace my tracks to back up out of here. That way I know I'm not on anybody's grave. We must show all respect when we visit a cemetery. Somebody's loved ones, you know. Here's Norman again. He died in war. Head through here. Huh, that's weird. I just heard like a whisper sound, like somebody say "oh man" or "omen" or something. Oh man. Well, that was weird. My battery just drained. I had to change out the battery on it. It was almost completely full after I heard somebody say "oh man." Weird. Maybe, well, it's about 35 degrees out, so maybe it has something to do with the cold, but I did hear somebody say "oh man." That was weird, like a whisper almost. A little strange. Hope I'm not hearing things. And there's a couple over here. I'm not going to venture too far in there. Mother Love, Mother Olive. And there's a whole bunch of plethora of markers there for war veterans I'll have to get to sometime. All the way in the middle of this great big cemetery. Doubt if anybody ever visits here much anymore. It's rather old. Oh my, wow. Huh, my heart's racing kinda. I just heard "oh man." This is really weird. You see that? It says "oh men." I don't know what to think about that. That is weird. I'm not very superstitious or anything, but hopefully you guys heard that whisper like on film on my GoPro. The sound isn't the best for picking up stuff like that, but I hope you heard it. That is really strange. Omen. And I was over there when I heard oh man. I don't know if it's related, but that's just really strange. The things you can stumble onto in a cemetery. So my battery just died again. So this is the third battery I put into it. I think I'm going to call it a day. I've never had any weird experiences like this. Well, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video. Like always, have a good day.